Today is October 24th. It is exactly 5 years ago today that Michael Fougere was elected as the mayor of Regina, re-elected last year in 2016. So tell us, do you have plans to run for another term?
Oh, if people want me to stay on, I will do that, and certainly we'll talk about this in the coming years. Of course, we'll always decide as we get to the end of this term. But if people like the direction of the city and they're liking what's happening, and I hope they do, then I'll be running again.
When it comes to city planning, there was an announcement in 2013 for expecting a population in Regina of about 500,000 people decades from now, but still a housing strategy is in place and you're looking towards that number. Are you satisfied with how that's progressing?
Well, our Fishery Community Plan talks about a 25-year horizon. We're looking at a much larger population, and part of our whole strategy is to grow and anticipate that growth and make sure we have sustainable transit and our infrastructure is in place. So we're on our way. It takes time and patience, but we're on our way. I think we have a good mix of population growth and diversity of our economy and diversity of our population as well.
You had campaigned on plans to create more affordable housing in Regina. Are you satisfied with the work you've done on that?
Yes, in general terms, the indicators are there. We had a 0.5% vacancy rate when I became mayor. Now it's about 5%. So we're seeing, again, a change, some diversity in terms of housing that's available. I'm focusing on homelessness now, and that's a key issue for me and for my council this term.
What are you doing specifically to address that?
Well, the YMCA is the lead organization for the homelessness partnering strategy from the federal government. We sit in that committee. We've committed $60,000 for a report that will have what's called functional zero homelessness. That report should be done early next year, and we'll work on getting that implemented.
Are you satisfied with how the stadium project came together?
Absolutely. Couldn't be better. It's on time, on budget. It's a beautiful stadium. It's the best stadium in Canada, one of the best in North America. And I think it's really an iconic building that shows that this is like the new Regina, the new Saskatchewan, and we're very, very proud of what's happened there.
Is it doing what you had hoped it would for the community?
Well, we've had more than just the riders there, which is important. This is a community-owned stadium. So we had 2 concerts that have been there. We had an international soccer game that's there. We hope to see more diversity of how we use it, but the plan definitely is to have it more than just the riders. The riders are important, but it's a community-owned facility. We have, minor football play there, minor soccer there. Lots of events happening that are really important for our community.
If you could do it all over again, is there anything that you would do differently with regards to the stadium project?
No, I'm really pleased. I'm so proud of what happened, and I think everyone in our city should be very proud of that facility.
Police Chief Evan Bray says that in contact with the city manager, they're looking to get a new city police headquarters. They would like a location named by the end of 2017. Do you have any ideas of where that might be?
No, and we're in discussions now. We're looking at options, and certainly we understand the need for a new police department, a new building. Where that will be, we just don't know that yet, but it's part of our discussions with the police service, and it's budget time's coming up as well, so we have a lot of things to consider.
Would money be inked in the 2017-2018 budget for that?
We'll see. Not being evasive, I just don't know that yet because we don't have a site in mind yet. So we don't get too far. We want to commit something in 2017 or 18 when we don't have a location chosen yet.
But you are committed to finding a place?
It's one of the top infrastructure issues for us, for the city as well. But there's other things we need to do as well. I mean, we have recreation facilities, we have streets to be done, lots of competing projects for council's attention. But the police department new building is important for us, yes.
In particular, this last budget was a tough one. Lots of cuts that people were unhappy with. Some of them everyday things like the leaf collection or the decreased hours of the landfill and increased costs and that kind of thing. Are those down the road things that might be reversed?
They will be reversed. Certainly the leaf one, the fall leaf one will be reversed. We'll have that next year. We had to make some tough decisions because we had no time from the provincial budget to our budget. We had to make decisions. In hindsight, we may have done it differently, but we will correct those and move forward next year.
What would you have done differently?
Well, some of the choices we made, we really had to find literally no time at all to make decisions. And again, I think we look at some of the hazardous materials at that depot we had. We didn't have this year. I would have done that differently for the leaf one and guard. Those things I would have done differently, but they are temporary. They're for 1 year, and we're going to restore those next year.
So coming to look at the next budget, do you feel that there will be more cuts or any other changes as you're looking ahead?
Well, our gap of funding is even now. It's a whole year versus half a year. It's too early to say that, but we're looking at efficiencies, looking at finding savings before we look at any cuts to any programs at all. The last thing we want to do is cut programs, but I can't say now yes or no because we haven't really started the budget process in detail yet.
Thanks for your time today, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.